The message.
Under the lights, speaking of facts, double the price, yeah. Under the lights, we covering sports, whatever you like, yeah. Home runs in the park, touchdowns in the end zone. Knockouts in the ring, buzzer beater for the win, go hard or go home. Find out who you are when you under the lights. That pressure made a star, right there. Under the lights, you looking for the best, tune in to Under the Lights. Yeah, yeah, Under the Lights.
Yeah. We back. Welcome back to Under the Lights. We are your host. I'm Big Mike, and that's my guy Jordan. What's up, boy?
I'm chilling, man. Why you laughing at? What happened?
Hey, man, I'm a fucking wife over here acting stupid, man. You know, she always doing something crazy, man. You know what I'm saying? What up, though, man? Them Pacers going to the finals. OKC going to the finals, man. You think that's going to be a good matchup, dog?
4-1. Nah, I don't. But it is what it is.
Listen, I think it's gonna be a good matchup. You know what I mean? They both damn near do the same thing. Damn near. You know what I mean? They both they got the guys that can play D on the perimeter. They got shooting. You know what I'm saying? We know OKC is a better team, but shit, Pacers ain't. You know what I mean? They both got the best record in the league since what? January 1st? Since the new year, some type of shit. So man, I think we said that already. You know what I mean? But shit. They balling though, the Pacers back in that thing. But I'm gonna tell you something though. Before we get into that, man, I'm a little disappointed in Mel. I'm a little disappointed in Mel. You know what I mean? When Mel and they was winning this shit, I get videos and everything else. You know what I mean? Then when the shit wasn't looking so good this series, well, my nigga Mel, I called him, sent him the link and all of that. I got no response. Nah, bro, I'm busy. Now I can't do it. I'm trying. None of that shit. None of that shit. So I'm a little disappointed in Mel. Dog. He ain't respond to me. You know what I mean? So. Hey, it is what it is, though, man. You feel me? He'll deny that. You know what I mean? But shit, it is what it is, though, man. Mel, I've been looking for you, dog. I've been looking for you, man. You know what I mean? So shit, come on the show, baby. Come on the show, baby. You know what's up, dog. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, we ain't gonna waste no more time. You know what I mean? So for the viewers right now, make sure y'all hit that like and subscribe button. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Let them know we on right now. You know what I'm saying? So they can be up to date with all things Under the Lights. You understand me? So listen, man, as I mentioned, you know what I'm saying, for the first time in 25 years, the New England Pacers, the Indiana Pacers have advanced to the NBA Finals after beating the New York Knicks in Game 6, 125-108. You know what I'm saying? Pascal Siakam was named Eastern Conference Finals MVP. You know what I'm saying? For the team and everything, balling out and shit like that, man. And you know, if you real quick, man, you want to go ahead and give me your thoughts on Game 6, you can go ahead. I could take it. You could take it. It don't matter.
Hey, it don't matter. Go ahead. You can.
Hey, man, this ain't like we said before when we was talking like the last time. It's not too much, nothing different, dog. The Pacers, the better team won. You know what I mean? We seen who the better team was when they went into their building and whooped that ass 2 times in a row. And it wasn't no fluke either. They got their ass walked down and shit. Dude, this was not a fluke. You know what I'm saying? The better team just won. They played harder. The defense was better. The coaching was better. You know what I mean? You know what? Mainly that defense from the Pacers was much better. You know what I'm saying? The offense was much better. You know, you got Jalen Brunson, who is the scorer for the New York Knicks, but the Pacers got a plethora of guys that could go out there and score from the starters all the way to the bench. And with the level of play that they was playing, the pace, you know what I mean, the physicality, the defense, it was just too much for New York. You know what I mean? And even when New York won the game, you know, Game 5, this shit was over. You're not about to go and beat the Pacers. You know what I mean? In their house for a Game 6, knowing they got a chance to shut it down and get ready for the finals, man, the way that they've been playing. So to me, man, it was just basically, like I said, it's pretty much been the same way it's been all series long. You know what I mean? Pacers showing they can dominate. Yeah, it might be a game of runs. They might make it close. Hell, they might take a lead, but shit, they couldn't close the deal. So the New York Knicks, they got some work to do. You know what I mean? And the Pacers, man, they look like they probably ready to give OKC a challenge in them NBA Finals, dog. So shout to the Pacers, they did their thing, man. Yeah, man, and the Knicks, shit, they got an off season ahead of them to work on. You know what I mean? So that's where I'm at with that. Like I said, it ain't too much to say, dog, because it's been basically, and the Pacers wins this series, it's been pretty much the same thing. You know what I mean? They showing it in dominant fashion. Like whether it's Halliburton stepped up, whether it's Siakam that stepped up, Miles Turner, Benedict Mathurin, Neesmith, Nimhard, all night long it's a plethora of guys. And anytime, at any given time, a good team could beat another team that has, because you look at Jalen Brunson and Karl Anthony Towns, right? That's their guy like that. But a whole team can beat a team that got two really good players, or if you want to say two top 15, 20 players, whatever, however you want to look at it, you know what I mean? They can go out there and beat them anytime when the whole team is involved. Pacers showed that shit, man, and shit. It is what it is. We're going to see what they do in the finals, dog.
Yeah. Honestly, if we want to break it,
I can hear you without you even holding it. You good? You good?
If we want to break it down, even more, I think. Okay, so Indiana plays at a fast pace. You know what I'm saying? It took a while before, what's his name? Coach in New York Knicks. What's his name? I don't know how I forgot his name.
Thibodeau.
How do I forget like that? Thibodeau, before he dives into his bench. Because at first he's playing these niggas, 6-7 players for 40 fucking minutes. 45 minutes, niggas' legs fucking jelly. It don't matter. You know what I mean? And it's not, and the thing is, people just think that this is just a thing for what he was doing maybe in the playoffs. Nigga, he does this throughout the season, bro.
Yes. Yes.
You know what I mean? So then you gotta think, when you just already go and put, say, players in just a playoff game, and they not even regular, they don't even get those type of minutes in the regular season. You don't even you don't even know what they're gonna give you. You understand what I'm saying? You don't know what they're gonna give you. So I think that was a big part of it. The next big part of it was the style of play that New York plays with. If you have dudes hanging onto the ball, they're doing that Luka Doncic stuff. But my thing is with Luka gonna find his players now.
Yeah.
Luka will end up with a 15 assists. Luka will end up with 13, and he be giving, what up, dudes? He be giving at least his players shots after shots while he's dropping 30 something. You know what I'm saying? With Brunson's more of just a scorer, and he'll give it up if he gets doubled. Or you know what I mean? Like, it's not a thing where he's like, okay, I'm manipulating. Nah, he's holding on the ball to score the basketball.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And I think it became a bit easier to defend him, man. You seen that in Game 6. How easy was it? How easier is it to defend someone that's holding onto the ball, and you can stay at the box and elbows, bro?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Then your next players are not getting in good rhythm. That's number one. That's number two. And then another big thing was Karl Anthony Towns also. He's not a great defender in space.
No, sir.
If you're running, it's tough, man. And you've seen, like, they can't continue to run and play these types of heavy minutes. And listen, Cat was kind of coming, a little bit of an injury. And listen, Indiana is running, and brother, it becomes a bit difficult. You know what I mean? Especially, he was doing a little drop coverage. You remember the drop coverage that they was doing with Boston?
Mm-hmm.
He kept doing that,
mm-hmm.
and you can't do that.
We're gonna get into that. We're gonna get into that.
What I mean? So it's Indiana, man. I thought that they was just they were a more well-balanced team. I feel that they had their game plan. I think it helped them throughout the season till now, because they've been playing. Remember when we spoke about Benedict Mathurin the other day, and I was like, you don't know who's gonna go off. It's hard to game plan for that. To game plan for that. You know what I mean? So I thought Indiana, they've done what they can do with the talent that they have, and we got to give credit where it's due. You know what I mean? So shout out to Indiana. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Bill, little man, you can't wait. I want to see Mel on here. You know what I mean? I want to see Mel.
Yeah.
I want to hear what he has to say about his New York Knicks, and probably blaming Karl Anthony Towns. But if Brunson's the leader of the team, and we talk about LeBron or Steph and all these guys, and when they don't win, and this and they don't, you got to keep it 100 and just be like, Brunson didn't get it done today.
Yeah. So look, though, another thing with Jalen Brunson, like, we know he's a great scorer, right? And I know you talked about him holding the ball, 15, 18 seconds, blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? I mean, damn, man. Shit. Who else gonna go make a bucket? You know what I mean? Who else? You know what I mean?
What, Cat?
But Cat, you know what I mean? Cat was getting his opportunities. I don't really got nothing to say like offensively about Cat in the series besides some fucked up shots he was taking. And instead of going up strong, he going up trying to flop and, draw the foul and everything else. And when he tried to get to the rim, he grabbing the motherfucking arm, you know what I mean? And like just stupid shit like that. Other than that, you know what I mean? It's the other side of the ball that I got to say about Cat, you know what I mean? But even still, I'm just saying like somebody that's a ball handler, you know what I mean, that can do some damage. They ain't really got that. So I kind of understand why he got the ball in his hands. Jalen Brunson, you know what I mean? I kind of understand it because I think if he had another ball handler, we wouldn't see the ball with it. We wouldn't see him with the ball in his hands so much. You know what I'm saying?
Wait. Guess who's on that team? Someone that's supposed to be better than fucking Tyler Hero.
Man, hey, that's somebody in the chat that y'all. Who is this supposed to be? Who is this? Who is this?
Cameron Payne.
Bro, he fell out the rotation. You know what I mean? That I don't know who said that in that chat. You know what I mean? But they need to be tested. Not for Mel. No, Mel ain't say that. Mel ain't say that. That ain't what Mel said. That's not what Mel said. Not Melo, the Hooper, the real Hooper. Melo didn't say that shit.
Bro, he can explain himself when he gets on.
Oh yeah, he gonna have to come on here and explain that to me. So listen, I just want to I want in your mind right now. I know in the chat y'all going back and forth. Verbatim, he said that Cam Payne is better than Tyler Hero. Or are you stretching it or what? What is that? What he actually said?
We were going back and forth about who's better, and then he said that. Do you remember Kendrick Nunn?
Yeah. He should play for Miami.
So he was saying that them like those. So for their roles, okay, this is what he went to get it to. But at first it was he's like these guys are better than him. Then he went to their roles, his role, like it's not hard to just go out there and score and do what Tyler Hero does. I'm like, people that think that it's easy to score 20-something points in an NBA game and average that during a season is think that whether that's your main job or not, nigga, not a lot of people do that, bro. Don't sit here and act like people do that. If Cameron Payne can do that, he would do that, bro. He can't do it.
No, he can't do that. He don't get enough time to do that. You're not good enough to do that.
He's just not good. Yeah, he just can't do that. But for his job, he's a backup point guard or whatever. He's good at what he does. But I'm like, Tyler Hero was the best at what he did. He was a six man.
Cam Payne is a backup to the backup. Let's make that clear because I seen Deuce McBride in there a lot more. You know what I mean? And if you wasn't a backup to the backup, you would have been in there a lot more than Deuce McBride. You know what I mean? So I don't want to hear that. Come on, man.
And then talking about and when I don't like because sometimes when they say something and then you call them out a year later saying you remember when you said this, then they start bringing up this is not what I said. Bro, we can go into the chat when he comes. I'll pull it up when he comes on. I'm gonna pull it up. But then it came to one-on-one. I'm like, even in a one-on-one drill, like I'm still gonna take Tyler Hero can score.
I'm not, and that has no bearing on NBA basketball. Michael Beasley is a great one-on-one basketball player. He be cooking everybody. He ain't even in the league. He ain't in the league. That one-on-one shit don't mean shit. You know what I mean? So I don't.
Yeah. So basically, to the thing, like I thought, the thing is, Carnegie Towns and Jalen Brunson, predominantly, it's not like they had a horrible man. What's his name? Jalen Brunson, 30 points a game.
Yeah.
On 50% shooting from the field. You know what I mean? Like Carnegie Towns, 25 a game and 12 rebounds. So it's not like they was out there doing nothing. I just feel that, they had four players, Mikal Bridges, only OG, Carl-Anthony Towns, Jalen Brunson. I just feel that it just wasn't enough. I don't know. It's kind of weird when you see those type of players, and it seemed like, they should have enough to maybe win a game. But with those four players, Mitchell Robinson, I thought did well for what he does, which is just go out there and play, hustle and rebound the basketball.
Yeah.
But like that style of play, how they play, I think affected them more, their style of play rather than the Indiana style of play.
Yeah.
And I think that's where it came down to, and especially on the defensive side of the ball, because defensive side of the ball, you thought that they would match up well against them, but Jalen Brunson, Karl-Anthony Towns are not good defenders, brother.
No, no.
And they both were getting their hands stuck in the cookie jar. Because
Yeah.
we'll get into that later. But yeah, that's just it's madness, bro.
Yeah.
So I think.
So speaking of Karl-Anthony Towns, you know what I mean? Getting the hand getting his hands caught in the cookie jar. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Just like a little kid and shit like that. So the reports is that the New York Knicks players and coaches, have shown, basically expressed their frustration over Cat's defensive habits. You know what I'm saying? Should this be a concern moving forward? If you want to go ahead and continue with that, you can if you want to.
My thing is that, well, why is this coming out all till now? Like, if you a coach and your team, whatever the case may be, if that's for you to handle, that's for you to deal with. You know what I mean?
Yep.
This ain't the first time that there's been team players that are not great defensively, or are lesser defensively. Like, you have Steph Curry, he's not the greatest defender, but he out there understands where to be and whatnot. That's something that you can at least approach the superstar player with and get him on board. It's not like he was out there, it's not like that. I feel that's a cat issue, but it's also a coaching issue as well, brother. That's a coaching issue as well. What are we talking about? You're frustrated over Cat's defensive habits. That's why you have film study. That's why you have film sessions.
Yep.
You know what I mean? That's why you have film sessions. And it's not just, what about Brunson? Brunson also is not a good defender at all either. The only thing that he does is take charges once in a while.
Yep.
You know what I mean? He was also out there getting his hand stuck in it, go 3, 4, 5 fouls, and then putting your team in a situation where they can't play you at the end of games, and then putting your defense in a situation because now you don't want to foul out, so you're letting guys drive by you. How about that?
Yep.
You understand what I'm saying? So for me, that's a coaching issue, bro. That's a coaching issue, and also that's also your star player also that's not getting into, like, you get him in line too, because let me tell you something. If all these situations, when Draymond was getting in trouble, I heard it, oh, Steph is not a good leader because when people are doing other things, oh, it's LeBron's issue. Okay, well, Brunson, if you're the main guy, then too, what we doing? Can we get Cat in line, please? I'm gonna hold you to a standard that everyone else holds you to now. So if your team if your teammates are not in line with certain things, that's on you too now, Pim. You know what I'm saying? But for me, it's a big coaching issue, and there's players that are supposed to be the leaders of these teams. Niggas have podcasts and all that. Well, how would we get Cat on the podcast and get some film session in?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I mean, it's for me, that's that for me, man. I don't have really, like, what we talking about? What we talking about?
Yeah, now this is a situation where I'll be like, when I always talk about, listen, I come from playing football, which is the ultimate team sport. You can't, you know how basketball is 5-on-5, obviously, you know what I mean? And you can have one player just take over the fucking game. Like, you just take the fuck over. The team is struggling. I got it. Let's go. You know what I mean? And in football, you can't do that. You can't be a running back and say, I'm about to take this game over. You can't. If your line sucks, everything got to work. You can't be a receiver and say, I'm going to take this game over if your quarterback can't get you the ball. No, you're not. If he overthrow it or throw it out of bounds or underthrow it or throw a pick, you know what I'm saying? You cannot just say that. I come from that team sport, so communication is key. In basketball, a lot of times, I feel like communication does not be key. Because, first of all, like you said, this is a coaching issue as well as a Cat issue. But if he's the one on the court and ain't nobody from the sideline or in practice or in film sessions telling you to stop doing that bullshit, like getting your hands stuck in the cookie jar, he literally pushing Pascal Siakam. That ain't defense, dog. That's not defense. So you seeing this shit on film. Every game, you seeing Karl-Anthony Towns in film room getting in foul trouble. And in the game, and you go over it in film. He's in foul trouble for doing stupid shit. Why don't you address it there? It's like, are the coaches scared to say something to these good players? Because, you know what, Joe? It just popped in my mind. I wonder if these coaches are scared to get on these good players like they supposed to, because in the NBA, if you ain't happy where you at, I'm gone. I can say I want to be traded and I'm up out of here. Is it that? You know what I'm saying? Are the players scared to approach the good players, the top dogs on the team? Are they scared to do the shit? You know what I'm saying? Like listen, if they're going to continue to allow Karl Anthony Towns to play the defense that he's playing, and see, Tom Thibodeau supposed to be the defensive maestro. I don't see it. I don't see it. I think he got way too much credit from that fucking defense in the 08 ball. And you know I'm a Kevin, that's my favorite player ever. I think he's getting too much credit from that shit. They had a great team. It was a great team. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to make it seem like he just molded those players and molded that team to be the defensive team that they were. No, you had the players on that team to do that. Now when you get in a situation like this, it's like if you're supposed to be this, look at Rick Carlisle. Look at Rick Carlisle. Now, obviously, they don't have no cat stature type of players unless you want to put Halliburton up there. That's another conversation for another day. But I'm just saying, I don't think Rick Carlisle give a fuck no way. He old school. He gonna challenge his players. He not gonna let his you see Neesmith? I've been saying it all series. You know this. Neesmith, I ain't seen Neesmith not get over a screen. I can count on one hand in 6 games, one hand, how many times Neesmith did not get over a screen. Meaning every time he's through that bitch. Nigga, that's will, that's want to, and that's coaching. Because if Rick Carlisle was going to allow the shit, nigga, he would be doing it. They would just switch everything. That would be what it is. You're not switching unless you just get switched. And it's like you can't recover. It's a great screen, a stern screen you couldn't get through, or they played it right, or you got shook, whatever the case may be. I don't think that's what's going on in New York. There can't be no stern discipline in New York. There can't be, because they keep allowing him to do the same old shit. So, and like you said, why express the frustration now that the series is over? Why the players ain't been since? Like, I'd be like, why the fuck do they continue to let them do that? I said about my team, Sixers, like when Joel Embiid be out there and shit, you know what I mean? And they let him do that drop coverage shit. I'd be like, why the fuck do y'all keep allowing that? And that's a
coaching adjustment though. If the coaches say that we want to play drop coverage, we don't want to blitz the ball. That's a coaching thing that can literally be. And I just think that is so damn stupid. Because if you got somebody that can shoot the rock, why would you keep allowing somebody to go on drop coverage? Why would you allow that? That's stupidity. And so then it goes back to you not playing a bunch of your players. Maybe they was tired, nigga. Maybe they was. We'll play more niggas. But it's too late now. It's too late. You in game 5, game 6, trying to make changes and shit. You know what I'm saying? So, look, bro, if they going to keep allowing them to do this shit, this is another reason Tom Thibodeau should be out of New York. Let's just keep it 100. He got out-coached and they got outplayed. Don't be the one getting out-coached. Like I said, if we seen them out there getting over screens and you changing up, you pressing, and then maybe you're not pressing. You try to slow them Pacers down, and then you pressing it like the Pacers was doing. Nobody would be like, Tom Thibodeau he fucked this, or at least I wouldn't. But you didn't show that. You didn't show that. So shit, we shouldn't be hearing this shit now. They should have been handled this shit in-house and got it under control, and we should have seen the adjustment on the fucking TV screen in the game, in the playoffs, in the Eastern Conference Finals, with this next step is the championship, but you didn't do that. So we don't want to hear this shit now. The coaches and the players should have said something. The coaches and the players should have said something. Everybody. Whether it's Jalen Brunson not good defensively either. Maybe it's, he ain't either. So anybody gonna approach him? No, that's clutch player of the year. That's clutch player of the year. Anybody gonna approach him? Why not? You should be, when you approach great players and they respond to it, that trickles down in the locker room. That trickles down in the locker room. It does. If Steve Kerr was to get in Steph Curry's face right now, Steph Curry's not gonna shrug his shoulders. He's not gonna. He gonna take it on the chin, and everybody else gonna see that shit. You know what I mean? And boom, well, shit. If Steph could get checked, I know I could get checked. Let me go ahead and do what I'm supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? So shit. That's with any great player, not just Steph, not just LeBron, not just Kevin Durant. Any great player, Shaq, Kobe, Magic Johnson, Wilt, Russell, Barkley, anybody. It's with all of the great. If you can approach a great player and correct some shit and they take it and roll with it, how great are they? Their game is great, but what about up here? What about up here?
So it just, they can't. I don't. This is the wrong time for this shit to come out because they should have handled this shit in house. We shouldn't even be getting this report because it should have been handled in house. That's the Knicks.
I mean, but this is coaching adjustments. This is coaching adjustments. So I don't want like if you can't get on your player and get him in line and get him to at least understand rotations or understand game plan situations. If like, what are we talking about? You know what I mean? If a player is not in line with those things, then that's a coaching problem. And that's a player's issue. I as much as because we all play sports, and if someone isn't doing a job, nigga, I'm gonna let that nigga know.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? I'm gonna let that nigga know. You know what I'm saying? Because if you ain't doing something, that's gonna affect our team. It's very simple. If you have a bad rotation or you're not in the correct spot, let's say in soccer, if you're not in the correct area that you're supposed to be in on a press or something like that, you're gonna fuck up the whole press.
Yes.
So nigga, it's not just the coaches that have to talk to him. Nigga, you know what I'm saying? It's the players that's gonna get him in line.
Yeah.
So and who am I gonna put that as? That means that's the leader of the team and the coach, and it should not be happening now because when you guys was winning all these series up until then, nigga, no one was saying shit.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. I mean, listen, I could break this down to even work. I mean, when I was working, you know what I mean, working in the bakery and shit, nigga. We might have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different machines to operate the whole joint. 5 or 6, 7 machines to operate the whole thing. If one person is fucking up, one person, you fuck up the whole operation. Me, I'm going over there. I'm trying to see what's going on. Why you making our day hard, nigga? Why you making it hard for us? Because your shit fucked up. Now you making everybody else's job harder. You know what I'm saying? I ain't waiting. I'm going over there to see what's going on. If you bullshitting around, you on your phone, you done stepped out to talk to some nigga or some chick down here, whatever the case may be. Hell no, motherfucker. Hell no. You got us fucked up. We ain't about to be covering for your motherfucking ass. Do your motherfucking job. I done been at work plenty of times and got on niggas' tops. Plenty niggas. And don't give a fuck what the outcome is. Boy, fuck you. Hell no. Do your motherfucking job, nigga. We ain't about to be covering for your ass, bitch ass nigga. You making it hard for us. Hell no. We in here 12 motherfucking hours. Get this shit together. Ain't nobody doing that in New York. Nobody doing it in New York. I don't give a fuck what nobody got to say. And if they want to get better, hey, you know what? Remember we was talking about, they need to get somebody else in there like a Kevin Durant, whatever the case may be. And not saying he's a defensive stopper, but you know what I'm saying? It's like, he gonna put in the effort. He gonna put better effort than that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and you could coach Kevin Durant. You know what I'm saying? He's not gonna take it and being shrugging his shoulders and all of that shit. He gonna take it. He gonna do it.
Mel don't want KD.
He don't want KD. I mean, that's cool. You know what I mean? That's cool. I'm saying, I don't know who else they're gonna get to. You know what I mean? To get them over the hump, to even get them to where they got this year. You know what I'm saying? Next year it's gonna be even harder because listen, Detroit gonna be coming. They're gonna be better. Orlando gonna be coming. They're gonna be better. You know what I'm saying? And we know that Detroit could have really beat that ass 4-1. That's what we do know. You know what I'm saying? So that series could have been over there. That's what, yeah. Motherfuckers forgot about that shit. I ain't forgot. Detroit could have slapped that ass. You understand? But shit, it didn't go their way. Young shit, and they gonna be a year older and a year better. Jaden Ivey will be back. Isaiah Stewart should hopefully be back healthy and doing what he do, rebounding on both sides of the ball, being tough, setting screens, getting rebounds, blocking shots, and bringing the toughness back to the team. So it ain't guaranteed that they're gonna get back here to the Eastern Conference Finals again. So shit, if they want it, they're gonna have to make some type of adjustment in New York. You know what I mean? Whether it's get somebody out of there to get somebody better, or I mean, I don't want to keep sitting here saying it's Tom Thibodeau got to put his foot down, bro. He's stuck in his ways, bro. He's stuck in his ways. I mean, that's just what it is. He's stuck in his, it's like trying to tell an older person to do something different. Well, you've been doing that for 30 years. They ain't about to do nothing different. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is, man. That's gonna be a downfall for them. But at the beginning of the season, right, when they was looking at the roster and all of that, they got OGs re-signed him, Mikal Bridges, Josh Hart, Jalen Brunson, Karl Anthony Towns acquisition. This was supposed to be, you know what I'm saying, the best roster or the best starting 5 coming into the season. Now, when the season started, you know what I mean, they got to playing all through the season and things like that. Then it was like, well, damn, the Knicks ain't beating no quality teams. They ain't beating no top teams. What was they like, Ofer? You know what I mean, against top teams and shit like that. So, I want to hear from you. just from, how the season started with the talk of the New York Knicks, and then how the season went, because things can change, you know what I'm saying? Do you think the Knicks had a successful season or an unsuccessful season? Let me know.
I think it was a successful season. That last year they got knocked out the round before, the round previously. I thought that, you had Karl-Anthony Towns playing at an all NBA level. I think Brunson obviously at an all NBA level as well. You know what I'm saying? They were in the top three. Was it top three? Is it top three in the Eastern Conference?
Yeah, third. Yep.
Very simple, very plain. I think that they definitely had just because you don't like only one winner, and they made it pretty far. They made it to the top four, but they definitely they did better than the previous year before.
Yeah.
So if you're gonna just talk about, usually you want to go further than you did the year before, then yeah, you know what I'm saying? We could say it was a successful season. However, it'd be disappointing because, as a New York Knicks fan, you would think we can beat Indiana and go to the finals.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, I think when you seen, okay, can we actually get to the finals this year? Because this Indiana team, and this is why you have Karl-Anthony Towns now. This is why you brought Mikal Bridges in. This is why you have all these pieces, because you wanted to match up against Boston so bad and beat them so bad.
Yep.
And you did that. You know what I mean? But now that you came with Indiana, now, when you look at it, especially from the beginning of the season, we were like, New York Knicks is better than Indiana. So that would be kind of disappointing. If you understand what I'm saying, it's kind of weird. Like, it's like,
no, it's not.
It's a successful season, because you went further.
Better.
Yes, because when you look at it, the matchup there, it's like, bro, I think we could have beat this team, or we should have beat this team. So it's just like, that's kind of disappointing though now. You know what I mean? So I would say it was a successful season because they went further than the previous year. I think that's a really simple answer, to be honest with you. If they didn't really go further than the year before, then maybe you can say that, but they did. They went further. So,
and I'm with you on that too, because listen, okay, look, it's all about, I don't really care about, what people say about your team before the season start, what it's supposed to be. Oh, it's going to be this, it's going to be that. You don't know, motherfucker. You ain't seen it. So, if you was, preseason favorites for the title, or, shit like that, I don't care about that, because when the season start, that's who you're going to see who really real deal. Now, if I'm going off of what, was said prior to the season starting, being that this is the best starting five and all that type of shit, then yeah, it's an unsuccessful season, because the best starting five should be playing in June. You know what I mean? That's just me. But I'm not going off of what before the season started. I'm going off what I saw with my own two eyes. You know what I mean? So it's a successful season, yeah, because you got to the Eastern Conference Finals. You know what I'm saying? You did knock off Boston. Did Jason Tatum get hurt with an Achilles? Yeah, he did. But I'm looking at it like this. He was there them 2 games. They had 20-point leads and blown that shit, and they went up 2-0 in Boston. He was there for that. You know what I mean? So that's the only reason I'm like, that's not the whole reason that man lost. I mean, that they lost. I'm not going for that shit. I'm just not. You know what I'm saying? That had it been 2-0 Boston when Jason Tatum was there, and then he get hurt, and then it's over. All right, cool. Then I can give you that. All right, cool, because that's obviously a big difference. But that's not how it went. He was in full effect them first 2 games in Boston, and they lost it. They got walked down. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm not so now, but then when you see how they ain't beating no top teams. Talking about New York, they ain't beating no top teams. They over against the top teams. You know what I mean? Whether it's Cleveland, OKC, and whoever, Boston, or whatever the case may be. I'm like, well, damn. I don't think they go into the motherfucking finals. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it's a successful season, but yeah, it's disappointing that you didn't get there, because you a 3rd seed and the Pacers are a 6th seed, and y'all just got outplayed, y'all got out-toughed, and you got out-coached. Everything that could have went wrong damn near went wrong. We've seen the last-second shots from Tyrese Halliburton in that game. We've seen Aaron Nesmith come boom, hit 6 threes in a row, nigga. in a row. And listen, it was the same ass drop coverage boys. They just exploited the same shit, Jordan. They put at Karl Anthony Towns, come here. Drop coverage, wide open. I'ma light that bitch up. You know what I'm saying? And then let them continue to do the shit. So the Knicks, I just feel like the Knicks shot themselves in the foot. And when it came down to pressure moments, big time moments, and yeah, the Pacers was a 6th seed. But the Pacers, like it's since January, they have the best record. So they may have had a late start to the season. And, you know, teams is probably so far ahead that they couldn't move up higher to the 5th, 4th, and 3rd spot. Had the Pacers started this season like they ended it since January and played all year, the Pacers would be in the 3rd spot or the 2nd spot. And we would be looking at, and the Knicks would be, you know what I mean, in a different spot. And we would be looking at them totally different. You feel what I'm saying? From the whole season standpoint. But the Knicks is a successful season, but it's just very disappointing because, you know what I mean, you had the firepower to do it. And you got out physical, out toughed, outplayed, and out coached. That's just where I'm at with that. And anybody disagree with that, you got your damn mind. You got your damn mind. So
no, I'm with you. I'm with you on that. We're agreeing on this one. We agreeing
on this one. Yeah, for sure, man. So
we agreeing on this one.
Obviously, we got the NBA Finals coming up, right? And you know what? Before we get into the NBA Finals, man, you know I'm a little nervous. You know what I mean? I'm a little nervous because I'm going to NFL now just for a quick moment, right?
No,
Saquon Barkley. I'm real talk. Saquon Barkley's on a Madden cover, right? Madden 26, right? Man, I don't like it. I don't like it. See, me and you, listen. Watch this though. We come from the Madden days, the Madden curse days. That's where we come from. You feel what I'm saying? Anytime somebody on the cover, they go out there and get fucking hurt. You feel what I'm saying? Now, I remember when Tom Brady, you know, he did the Madden commercial where he was, hey, there's no Madden curse. There's no Madden curse. He walked up under the ladder, you know what I mean? You know, all the things that they say can curse you. He was doing those things in the commercial, and he went and played the whole season, and he didn't get hurt, right? So that right there kind of broke the Madden curse. But after that, it was guys that was on the front of the cover and that went out there and got hurt. You know what I mean? And you talk about Christian McCaffrey. For Madden 25, he was on the cover, right? The season previous before that, he was healthy the whole entire season. Now, we know Christian McCaffrey has had his injuries, but I'm just saying the whole season prior to that, you know what I mean, when he had that great season, you know what I mean, when the year Lamar won MVP, you know, I think C-Mac should have won it. They going off that season. And they put him on a sort of 24 season, which put him on the 25 or whatever, Madden, or 23 season, whatever, put him on the Madden cover. He gets hurt, and out for the year. Now, it ain't always, you know what I'm saying, I was talking to my man JF, you know what I'm saying, and he was just like, let's just kind of be optimistic, and let's just look at it like this. The Madden curse is the Madden curse, right? But sometimes the Madden curse don't mean all season. Let's just hope that if it is a curse, it's maybe he tweak an ankle right here and he got to miss half a game, or he got to miss, you know, a few drives, or if it is a whole game, let's just hope that's all it is. You know what I'm saying? Because we're going to need Saquon 100% all year long. You feel what I mean? And I'm just scared now, bro, that he's on the Madden. I'm happy for him. Happy for him. You know what I'm saying? I'm very, very happy that the guy from my team with the Philadelphia Eagles uniform on, and he deserve it, he's on the front of the cover. Cool. But God damn it, I am petrified. I am nervous as fuck, Jordan. So now when he get to, like last season, you know I said this, when he came in that offseason, going into last year, I said, because people was talking about his injury, with the injuries and shit like that. And I said, yo, but listen, he ain't gonna have to carry the whole offense. He not gonna be getting hit in the backfield. He's not gonna be having to try to make people miss in the backfield, doing too much extra shit, because he with our offensive line now. We got Jeff Stout. We can have all the big guys and strong guys all you want to. That's coaching. Jeff Stoutland is called Stoutland University, and he's revered and known as one of the best, if not the best, offensive line coaches throughout the entire NFL. Coach Jeff Stoutland. So that's credit to him as well. You can be big and strong all you want to. You got to know how to play offensive line. You got to know how to block, read, and do everything else. So I was saying, you know, he can have Christian McCaffrey, you can give him the crown for the best running back in the league. But we're going to be saying something different when Saquon comes to Philadelphia. And that's what I said. And you see, obviously, Christian McCaffrey was hurt, but I don't think T-Mac was going for 2,000. I don't think T-Mac was going for 2,000 and doing what Saquon was doing. His best year was 1,800 with that 49ers offensive line, and they was great as well. You feel what I'm saying? And they had a super team. You know what I mean? Like they was like that. You feel me? But I'm nervous, bro. I don't like it. I'm happy for Saquon, but my nigga, I am scared. I'm scared next season. I'm just hoping and praying that nothing happens to Saquon. And yeah, I'm petrified, bro. I'm scared, but that's all I wanted to say about that. I wasn't trying to take a deep dive into football shit, but that's just what I wanted to say, man. I'm fucking scared, bro. I'm nervous as fuck. Believe that.
Hey.
I mean, what?
I ain't nothing, man. You know what I mean? I know what's his name was on the thing. Did
Who that?
anything happen?
Lamar?
Yeah.
Yeah. He got hurt.
Yeah.
He got hurt. See? Please, God. Please, God. Please, God. Please, God. Don't let nothing happen to Saquon. Please, God. You know what I mean? But anyway, man, on to the NBA Finals. So the OKC Thunder, they opened up 9-point favorites over the Pacers for Game 1 of the NBA Finals. Listen, we know how great the OKC Thunder is, 68 wins in the season. And we know that the Pacers also have a really, since from January, both of those teams got the best record, you know what I mean, to end the season. Are the Pacers being disrespected, you know what I mean, by them being 9-point underdogs, or is OKC just that damn good, bro? Talk to me, man. Talk to me. Led by your Canadian brethren.
What do you think?
Alexander, huh?
What do you think?
I kind of think they are, dog.
That they're being disrespected for real.
Just a little bit. I mean, not, bro. Listen.
Okay. Why? Give me an explanation.
9 points is a lot of points, and I know we know what OKC could do, right?
100%.
But we also got to factor in that the Pacers been fucking balling too. I know it ain't been 68 wins. Obviously, OKC been balling from week 1 or from game 1. They didn't wait till January to get it. All right, we back now. Let's get it. That's what the Pacers did. All right, cool. But towards the end of the season matters too. How you close the season, you know what I'm saying, and all of that shit. And the Pacers closed the season well. They went through the first round, boom. Second round, boom. Eastern Conference Finals, boom. Battle tested, all of that shit, man. You know what I mean? And they shown the ability that they can go out there and play defense, shoot three. They can do what is required in basketball today. Like I said, this is not the mid 2000s where you got a nigga that's you got a Kobe who can break niggas down, and you don't have to have that no more. All you need is niggas that can shoot that rock, play defense, get out in transition. If they do get the ball on the catch and drive, they can catch and they can drive that bitch to the lane and get a foul, get a layup, or kick it out to the next open man, draw the defense, knock down shots. Okay, maybe Neesmith and Nimhar would be different players in the early 2000s, mid 2000s, but that's not is what they doing right now. You know what I'm saying? It's not required to have super duper star players to carry them home because they got a team. You know what I mean? And listen, I just think 9 points being at what the Pacers have done, man. You know what I mean? I think it is a little rude. You know what I mean? I think if anything, they could have opened it up at 4.5, 5. This is so look. I ain't no fucking Pacers fan at all. You know what I mean? I'm just keeping it 100. Like, if I was the Pacers, knowing how good we've been playing this shit, and yes, credit to OKC, credit to them. But shit, we good too. That's what I would be saying. And 9 points, that's a lot. You remember when was it 2018? Yeah, 2018. I think, or when I think it was the first or second year Golden State was playing against, the Cavs and LeBron, things like that, right? I think one of them years they opened up at 13.5 point favorites, which was the highest margin of victory in the history of NBA Finals basketball. That's damn near. This is 4.5 points less. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, damn, they looking at them like we about to wipe y'all niggas the fuck down. And I just think they got to respect them a little more than that. If they would have said 4.5, 4.5, cool, but 9. And it opened up. Matter of fact, I think it was 9.5 on FanDuel. You know what I mean? But I see 9 right now. You know what I mean? On FanDuel. So that's why I got the 9 right there. But yeah, bro, like that's. I think that's a little. We ain't worried about y'all a little bit.
Listen, OKC is damn good, bro.
Yeah.
Listen, man. They come in waves, man. They come in waves, and people, like, bro, I low key feel sorry for like. I feel like Halliburton's gonna have a tough series, man. Cause them niggas gonna be in his shorts, my nigga. And then Lord have mercy. Yo, I'm like, listen, the way them niggas gonna be in his shorts, bro. And he already have that weird ass dribble. Like he ain't dribble. He ain't got that like that thing. Like he don't have it like that, bro. He's like he's upright with his dribbling. You know what I'm saying? Listen, them niggas is handsy over there, my nigga.
Yeah,
You
they
know what
are.
I'm saying? Them niggas is thieves over there, my nigga. You feel what I'm saying? Like them dudes is thieves over there, bro. And it's a home game. The way that OKC is just I can't OKC, bro. Bro, Chet's playing at a high level. Is it the same thing that they have, but they just have better players. You understand? The same thing that they have, Indiana, is what OKC has, but they just have better players and a way better defense. It's not just a little bit. This defense is one of the best defenses of all time. That's what they're saying there. It's one of the best defenses of all time. These
Okay.
niggas get after it defensively, bro. And listen, all them turnovers, sometimes the Indiana goes on those droughts where they can't score and they have to give the ball to Siakam, and he's gonna have good luck doing that against OKC, bro. Good luck doing that against OKC, bro. Yeah, man. Listen, I say it's a 4-1 series, man. I say it's a
4-1?
4-1. I say it's a 4-1 series, damn near almost a sweep, my nigga. You damn near hear me.
Damn. Wait. Hold on, dog. Like I said, you know damn well I'm not a listen. This is what people got. I'm in Naptown, right? So people that know me don't want to talk shit. They not understanding. Like I don't have nothing against the Pacers. The Sixers and the Pacers are not a rival. They're not. The only thing if the Pacers were to win, then the niggas that I know they say, "Oh, we won one before your hometown team." Oh, that they can say that shit, but it's not a rival. And my nigga for sure is LeBron James, and he owns the Pacers, nigga. It should be the LeBron Pacers. You feel them? That's what it should be. He should have a picture. You know how they retired Bill Russell's number 6 throughout all the teams in the NBA? The Pacers should have LeBron's jersey in the fucking rafters because he owns the motherfuckers. You understand? And that's why they don't like that nigga. Don't nobody like LeBron, but the Pacers even more because they was in the East all them years, either getting sent home by LeBron, wasn't making the playoffs, or had to watch that nigga go out there and do what he do. You feel what I'm saying? They was still running their mouth even when they was at home. They want LeBron niggas to be quiet now, but all the years he was in the finals, they was still running their mouth and shit. Want somebody to be quiet. No, we're not gonna do that. You know what I mean? So, but you got a 4-1, my nigga.
You heard me, man.
All right,
you
look.
heard me, and I told you the reasons, man. I see they listen. They gonna have Chet out there. They can go big. They can go big, right? They can go big with the 2 power forwards and then Jalen Williams with SGA 6'6" now. You know what I mean? They can also go big out there too. You feel what I'm saying? And and all them switches and all the the way that they get after it, them defensively, and they get on the run. They can do the run thing too. It's not like you can outrun them now. Trying to outrun them, you can't outrun them now. Them niggas is all young.
Bro, listen. All right, cool.
Keep going. I'm being dead ass. Nigga, I said it's gonna be a quick series. Even on the thing, I said 4-1, easy, quick.
Damn. So look, so we talk about matchups, right? And we know that Tyrese Halliburton, I'm not expecting him to be, taking shades to the rim. I'm not expecting him to be taking, Jalen Williams, Caruso, Lou Dort, we call him Lou Shorts, you know what I'm saying? Because even your niggas shorts. Bro. Lou Dort.
Canadian, man, he's fucking
beast, man. He is a beast on defense for sure. You know what I mean? Now, we know against the Knicks, Tyrese Halliburton, his pick sessions was Jalen Brunson and Karl Anthony Towns. Karl Anthony Towns. Do you think he'll better have some success against a Chet? In them situations? Will he pick on Chet a little bit? Will he call Hartenstein out here a little bit? Is that possible that he could do that? Because that's really like, their real deal ball handler, if you want to say ball handler, who's makes decisions for them and things like that, Obviously, you got Siakam who they could depend on. We've seen that during this series. They could depend on him to go out there and get a bucket. But I'm not saying he's handling the ball. And he's more so get to the free throw line, post up on, do his fadeaway. Shit like that.
When the game gets tight, that's when they give it to kind of Siakam where they need a bucket. Like, what I'm saying? We need a bucket when things get kind of, where the offense is kind of messed up. You just need someone to go on a one-on-one. They give that to Siakam. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Right. So do you think Tyrese Halliburton could have some success against a Chet? You know what I mean, or on like singling him out or Hartenstein?
The thing is with that, right? Depending on what OKC does with those screen and rolls, with those pick and rolls, are they
Yeah.
going to be blitzing? Are they getting over the screens? Right? Like, is a Lou Dort not going to allow that to happen? You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah. I
OKC
don't think
switches
so.
things up. Like they do things. They
Yeah.
might blitz it. They're getting over the screen, and then they're rolling. They're basically on his hip until he gets around him. You know what I mean? And then gets back in front of him, and then the other players are playing on the boxes and elbows because they're in the passing lanes because they be stealing the ball like no one's business. You know what I mean? So it just depends on what they do. They're not like so quick to easy to switch. You know what I'm saying? Them niggas is fighting
Yeah, for
over them
sure.
screens. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So
And,
it's
and, and, and I say that because look, you got two guys in New York to pick on. Jalen Brunson, for sure, and Cat. You know what I
yeah.
mean? Well, if you on the floor, if Hartenstein is playing center, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you could possibly pick on him, but you got to understand them other four guys, they getting through the screens as well. You know what I mean? So it's gonna be less pick of the litter. You know what I mean? I think it goes from 2-1. You know what I mean? I think Chet. You're gonna single Chet out. You're gonna try to single Chet out to get him
For sure.
one-on-one. To get him one-on-one. Do you?
On
I'm
the
saying
perimeter, yeah.
on the perimeter, can Tyrese Halliburton have success right there? You know what I mean? Because he gonna want to do the step back threes and all of that. I know Chet. What's Chet? 7'3", 7. What is he? 7'3", 7'4", something like that.
Yeah. I think obviously if he's a guard and you have a player a big that's out on the perimeter, then you're more likely to have you have the matchup. Like you obviously have a better matchup against him. You know what I mean? But like I'm not going to consider that. Like I don't think that he's just going to automatically get those.
Every time,
Depending
right?
on what, depending on what the OKC's like what adjustments they make. You know what I'm saying? I don't know whether they're going to allow those, let those pick and rolls and just allow it.
I think it's going to be, if just off the top of my head, if I'm coach, what is it, Dagonaut, you know what I'm saying, for OKC, dog, you know what I'm saying? I am, if Chet is being called or Hartenstein is being called for the screen, do not allow it. Don't, if I'm, because I know they watched the Eastern Conference Finals. I know they did. If I'm coach, we're going to watch it together. You see how Neesmith getting over the screens? You see how, and I know OKC does that too, right? You know what I mean? That's what we need to do. Caruso, all of them guys, they do that. You feel they can move their feet, they do that. But I'm making it a point that we know that Halliburton is going to. You ain't going to call out Caruso. You ain't calling out Lou Dort. You trying to get off of them niggas, off Jalen Williams. You trying to get off of them niggas. You feel what I'm saying? Aaron Neesmith and Nembhard, they're not that type of guys like that. You know what I mean? And the way Nembhard, he's the guy that likes to get to the free throw line, hit that step back. I'm a football player. You're not gonna be able to hit me with the same move every time. You're not. You're gonna have to do something different. If you were tight end, that same move is because I'm anticipating it. That's what you like to do. And I think, you know what I'm saying, the OKC better team defensively, obviously, and they was getting that money like that. I think it's gonna be a little more difficult, you know what I mean? But I think, you know what I'm saying, 4-1 is a little stretch. You know what I mean? I mean, listen, I think OKC will win the series. You know what I'm saying?
4-1, nigga. 4-1. Don't try. What do you have it at then, nigga? Don't. If you say 4-2, then 4-1 is clearly a possibility. 4-1, nigga. That means you probably going for a 7-game series. Then that's what you about to tell me. And don't tell me 4-2. If you're telling me 4-2, then clearly a 4-1 is out. Is in the possibility. Is in the realm now. I don't want to hear that shit, nigga.
OKC. You know what I'm saying? OKC. You know what I mean? In 6 is where I'm going. You know what I mean?
So that means there's a possibility that can go to. It can be. It can
listen. Everything's a possibility in 7-game series.
But the reason why, if you're saying 4-2, that means they going 2-0 at home. Are you agreeing with that?
OKC? Yes. So the Pacers can't come out here. You know what I mean?
No. Listen. No. Are you saying that Indiana gets a game in OKC, or is OKC going up 2-0? That's what I'm asking you right now. Is OKC going up 2-0? If OKC is going up 2-0 and you say that, then 4-1 is a damn possibility because OKC getting one in Indiana now.
How you know that?
Bro, okay.
Listen.
This is just my prediction. That's all that is.
I just want to show Pacers a little more respect because they've been balling, bro. And they play kind of, I think, okay, they both play their bench. You know what I mean? Their benches can score. We know they're a better team defensively, whatever the case may be. But Pacers ain't going out without a fight, bro. They're not. So I'm going OKC in 6. You know what I mean? OKC in 6. You'd be shocked if it's 6 games?
Yes.
You'd be shocked?
Yes.
So you don't have you don't have no respect for the Pacers at all. Well, not even a little.
It's not that I don't have no respect. I just think OKC is that good, bro.
All right. So okay. So the way OKC been playing in the playoffs is much better than what the Pacers have been putting on in the playoffs.
Bro, they go with Memphis. Memphis with freaking them, with John Morant, them niggas got them out quick. You feel what I'm saying?
That Pacers could have been.
Got him out quick. No, but I mean, if you ask me, Memphis, I think the West is better than the East, in my opinion. Okay. But if and then they go and they have a grawling, like a crazy series against that Denver team with that beast in Joker.
It went 7.
Went 7, you know what I'm saying? So they tested in that way, you know what I'm saying? And they went, that's a dominant player that they had.
And the Pacers don't have that. That's one thing they're lacking. They don't have a big man presence. You know what I mean?
They do not. And then they had to go with Anthony Edwards, and I'll take Anthony Edwards over Halliburton all day, every day. And they was making it difficult.
All right. So let me ask you a question. Would you do this? Would you because we know in crunch time, they like to go to Siakam. You know what I mean? And he's a longer player, you know what I mean? What is he, 6'9"? You know what I mean? His wingspan's long, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. He was kind of bullying Mikal Bridges. He's a little bigger, a little stronger than him. You know what I'm saying? Would you go Chet on Siakam just for the length wise? He might be to back him down a little bit, but like for the length.
Would you J-Dub, second team All-NBA defensive team, baby.
J-Dub?
Yeah.
Against Siakam?
Yes.
He's too damn small, nigga.
Did you remember when I was speaking about it's too damn small? Nigga, 6 foot. What is he? 6'6"? He was playing center for them.
Siakam is 6'9".
J-Dub was playing center for the freaking OKC Thunder getting dubs. Let's not talk about nigga. Them niggas go hard now.
Hey, listen, hold on. I don't want that matchup. I would not have J-Dub. He gonna get his ass punished by Siakam, nigga. What are we talking about?
Why?
Because Siakam is a bigger player. He can get down to his spot and shoot that fadeaway and shoot that turnaround shot over a smaller J-Dub. Now, if you're talking Jalen Williams, you know what I mean? The bigger one, you know what I mean? Maybe he can't back him down. Yeah, but can he move his feet with Pascal Siakam?
J-Dub can definitely move his feet. The only thing that what's his name has, if you're talking about the other one,
yeah, the big one,
the other one, cool. But J-Dub has. The thing is, remember when the same thing that we talked about in New York, OKC has done this throughout the season already. They played with no bigs already, and he had to go up against big guys bigger than a Siakam and held his own to the point where he's on the all defensive team. He can do both things for sometimes people are just bigger than their actual size. You know what I'm saying? Lou Dort is like 6'2", but he's just a strong ass bull nigga. Yeah. And he can go up and you put him up against a Luka Doncic or
he's definitely going to be on a. I would most definitely have. Who would you have Lou Dort start on?
But the thing is, would you be mad if Lou Dort was on Siakam?
I was about to say that because I don't think he's going to be able to. He's not going to bully him for one. You know what I mean? He's not going to bully Lou Dort because a lot of low man sometimes wins. You know what I mean? And he's strong. You know what I mean? He already got a lower center of gravity at 6'2". You got Siakam who's taller at 6'9". He might not be able to back him down to get to his spot. You know what I mean? So I think you could start there. You can start there and put Jalen Williams. You know what I mean? Young Jalen Williams on Halliburton or some shit like that. You know what I mean? Or Caruso, or they just got a guy to pick a lot of guys. A plethora of guys to choose from. But I'm gonna go OKC in 6. And I don't think it's wrong for me to say, look at him. I don't think it's wrong for me to say OKC will win the finals because they're a better team. If the Pacers go out here and get it done, shit, you're going to give them their motherfucking respect, nigga. Just clap your hands for them. Hey, good job. Boom. And there it is. You know what I mean? So,
I can't. 4-1, bro. 4-1 if 4-1, bro. If anything, it's a sweep. Like I'm being dead ass, my nigga. You heard me.
Hey, and a lot of time, what motherfuckers say is don't let them get one game. You know what I'm saying? Don't let them get one game. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know, man. Yeah, I go
Nah, nigga. This OKC team is a problem.
They are. I look, OKC is 6, and if they listen, I don't care if they make me out to be a liar. I ain't gonna be mad. I ain't gonna be mad at all. If they get him in sweep or 5, I'm not gonna be mad at all, nigga. Oh, hey, it is. I got somebody trying to bet me $1,000 on the Pacers. Somebody want bet. Nobody that you know. Nobody that you know. But somebody want to bet me $1,000 that the Pacers is gonna win the finals. I'm like, dog, bro. I know he just had a whole baby. You know what I'm saying? Like you got kids. You got 4 other kids, young kids, and you just had a baby, nigga. You trying to bet me $1,000? And I'm really, bro. Listen to me. I want to take the bet, right? But I'm really looking at like his situation type shit. And on top of that, he was giving me the runaround and shit too. You know what I mean? You giving me the runaround like he say 1,000, then what about 500? I'm like, oh, you really don't want to do that. You know what I mean? Then he went, oh, we can do whatever you want to do. I'm like, you approached me with the bet, motherfucker. I ain't call you. I didn't call you. Set the price. You know what I'm saying? But even if he say 1,000, I might have to. I'm really like, bro, listen to me. I'm really like, bro, you gonna lose this probably. You got 5 fucking kids, nigga, and you doing it on down there on your own, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? So the situation is already not great, and for you to be on your high horse trying to bet me $1,000, so something tells me he ain't gonna pay it anyway. You know what I'm saying? Something tells me the situation's rocky. It's a little rocky. You feel what I'm saying? So I don't know, but yeah, I got OKC in 6, dog. Get the Pacers a little more. I'm gonna keep on saying it. I'm not a fan of the Pacers, but just give them a little more respect. They already got them 9-point motherfucking underdogs in the first game 1. You know what I'm saying? And if they beat their ass in game 1, you know what I'm saying? It's only gonna go up. It's gonna go up to like 12, 14, or some shit like that. You know what I mean?
So if they get blown out in game 1, are you gonna change your tone and be like,
no,
it's not gonna matter?
Because second game could be totally what. Let me ask you a question, right? Because what OKC has done, you know what I mean? We know they'll smack your ass twice, and they might give up a game, and then they beat your ass again. You know the series is over. What if they just ain't connecting? What if
That's
they
one of them West teams, man? Them East teams is kind of
all right. But what I'm saying is this: what if OKC they getting all the looks they want? They just ain't falling that night. They getting all
on that defense then.
Turn the defense in. Okay, but Pacers got
defense. Defense travels, baby.
You're right. But I'm saying, but listen, with the Pacers having defense too, though, right? Obviously, it ain't as good as the
nowhere
OKC.
Nowhere
right,
near.
Cool. That's cool. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, what if that night is not their night? I mean, the Pacers gonna get open looks, nigga. They gonna get open looks.
I mean, it's basketball, but I'm saying through the entirety of a basketball game.
Right. So I'm saying, what if on the times that they get their looks or even tough shots is being made, they're capitalizing more than OKC? That could be a game.
OKC wins games without shooting many threes, my nigga. So it's not even like that. You know this.
Okay, but Jordan. Okay, look. Didn't they just wait a minute? Hold on, time out. When they played against Minnesota, Minnesota. With the one game that they did win, that's what happened. They was getting everything they wanted. They were just missing. Defense travels, and they were still busting that ass because Minnesota was hitting everything. They was on the heater that night.
What did that series go to?
But Jordan, I'm with you. That's they were 5. But still, we talk about one game, right? That can happen. So I'm not going. If they blow them out in game 1, I'm not just gonna say, "Oh, it's flat out over." You know what I mean? Because that can happen to them in game 2. This is realistic here. It's realistic. You acting like it's just
listen, we know all these things can happen, but if we making a prediction, my prediction is a 4 or 4-1 sweep.
Pick one, nigga. Sweep or 4-1. Ain't no sweep 4-1.
4-0.
4-0 now.
the thing is that exact. Usually those things happen where they get that one win in their home and then they go back home. Gentleman's sweep. You know what I mean? I call it gentleman's sweep.
So listen, OKC's not going to lose a home game. That's what you're telling me.
No.
And they're going to get one in here in that town.
Yeah. Make sure you go see them Canadians ball out, man. We got 4 Canadians in the NBA finals.
Hey, listen, I will watch them niggas on TV. Fuck is you talking about, nigga? I ain't paying that much money to go watch neither one of my motherfucking teams. Fuck out of here, nigga. What the fuck? They gonna spike them tickets up so high, man. Damn, man. Well, shit. OKC in 6 for me. Sweep OKC for Jordan. Or 4-1, which one?
Gentleman sweep, yeah.
Okay, gentleman sweep. 4-1 Jordan, you know what I mean? 4-2 me, you know what I'm saying? We both got OKC being the champions, you know what I mean? And rightfully so, you know what I mean? So the Pacers ain't shocking the world at all. They're not gonna shock the world.
No.
Well, you answering this like this is an open book test, like the answer is just right here. Like I got an A. I know I got an A. Give me my diploma now. Give me my master's. Give me my master's degree, my PhD, my bachelor's. Give me all of that right now because I got all the answers right here for the next. You know what I mean? That's what. All right, man. All right, man. So I mean, you got. Listen. All right. I mean, hey, look, it's gonna be. I'm gonna be excited. You know what? I'm gonna be excited to see what the how Rick Carlisle and Dagenhart is going, because they're gonna pretty much do. It's gonna be defensive led. You know what I mean? It's gonna be it's gonna be defense.
Indiana ain't defense, bro. Indiana's offense, bro.
They can clamp up too. Do you not see Neesmith out here? Nimhard out here? You ain't seeing what's going on? Them boys getting over them screens?
Niggas is scoring. Niggas is talking.
Bro,
let me show you something. Right
just like Nimhard. I mean, Neesmith like to be in shorts too now.
Them niggas is offensive team, okay? Indiana's an offensive team.
So you think they just look good against New York defensively?
New York is not is
defensively, and then
but even yeah.
Okay, all right. So you think the Pacers? So what do you think about the Pacers' role? Like, was it a tough role? Because understand this, right? They had the Bucks first round, right? Obviously, it was 2-1 when Dame got hurt. He got hurt in the first quarter of Game 4. The series was not over. So after that, it was flat out over, right? You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Cool. Ain't no Dame, cool. And then you go to the second round, right? You got Cleveland. Oh boy, Garland, he missed with the first 2 games, and then the second game, Evan Mobley and DeAndre Hunter missed. You know what I mean? But they came back for the next games, right? And even when Garland was out there, we see him limping. He ain't, that toe, whatever the case may be, which I think he shouldn't have fucking played. You ain't doing nothing but make it worse, nigga. You know what I mean? And so that wasn't really hitting on nothing. And then you talk about the Knicks. We talk about the Knicks, you know what I mean, how they played and things like that. So do you think like they rolled to get there was challenging, or was it like they just
I really don't think so. Yeah. I think
they got a few breaks here and there, and
breaks.
So
breaks.
You basically saying
I still give him credit though.
Yeah,
he got there.
So you basically saying, yeah, the Pacers, y'all here, but OKC gonna show y'all why y'all really don't belong here.
I mean, they've only had 2 games where they left. They kept guys under 100 points. The rest, everyone's scoring 100 points, 100 plus, 100 plus, 100 plus. I mean, they just outscored teams, bro.
Yeah, because they like to get up and down their pace and stuff like that. Yeah. You think OKC gonna slow all that down and beat that ass?
My nigga, OKC, bro. They the fans.
Yeah, this gonna be exciting, man. It's gonna be, if you listen, you gotta be a basketball fan to watch this series. You know what I mean? Because as great as Shea is, you know what I'm saying? Do you think every arena he goes to, they coming to see Shea? Can he go to another arena and they gonna pack out like, oh, we want to go see Steph Curry. Oh, we want to go see LeBron. We want to go see Kevin Durant. We got to go see these guys. That's not him.
No.
The Pacers ain't got that guy either. So in order to watch this series, and the views might be low. They might be lower than normal. They might be. But you gotta be a real basketball. You gotta either be a fan of the Thunder, fan of the Pacers, or just a legit basketball fan to watch this series. Unless you got a podcast like us, you know what I mean? You gotta watch it. But I'm just saying, like the regular motherfucker that ain't got a podcast and just love sports, and the Pacers or the Thunder is not their team, you have to love basketball to watch this series right here. You know what I mean? So it's gonna be exciting.
These dudes held about 6 games. They've held teams under 100, and I'm not including the games where they blew the team out by like 50 points.
All right, man. Yeah.
Just keep it 100, man. I don't know
All
what to
right,
tell
man.
you.
All right, man. Well, shit, man. Listen, we're gonna go ahead and get up out of here, man. Anything else on your mind, my guy? Is there anything else on your mind right now that you want to get off your chest? You know what I mean? You know, football season's coming up. You know, we're gonna be here ready for that. You understand? So, I mean, anything else on your mind right now, dog?
No, not really. Not really. You know, I mean, we got,
Mel,
it's just all NBA season, man. You know,
disappointed
they're
in
kind of
Mel.
disappointed. No, yeah, and I mean, Donovan is calling us out in the chat saying, why do we hate why do you and I hate on the old generation? I'm just like, so this is what happened.
Okay.
He was saying, they was talking about, this era, like the era of the Steph KD and thing is over with. And I was just like, I don't know if it's like over with yet, because Paul Pierce he said something like, yo, you see, it's the new cats now, they're in the finals, and they got rid of, KD, not in the playoffs. They got rid of LeBron and got rid of Steph. Then I was just like, let me tell you something. I was like, Steph, he didn't look like he looks like an all NBA player.
Yeah.
Still one of the best players in the league.
Yeah.
And he looked like he was about to knock these niggas the fuck out in Minnesota. That's what it looked like.
Mm-hmm.
And then he got hurt. So I don't know what you're talking about with Steph. And then I was like, these niggas, LeBron, Steph, and KD are still playing at a very high level.
Mm-hmm.
So their era, it's not that it's, yes, I understand what you're saying, that time is like coming to it, like it's done, but it's kind of not done, because those players are still playing at a high level, and they're still the superstars, and they're still faces of the league.
Yeah.
This is not years ago where players at that age were retiring. This
Right.
this right here is, usually you don't see things like this. You know
Right.
what I mean? Like, you have Vince Carter and T-Mac, these niggas at this age, they was like damn near, Vince Carter getting like 3-4 points a game.
It was over.
Not all NBA. T-Mac was out the NBA.
Over. Kobe was
you understand?
over.
Paul
Kobe,
Pierce, all
Bryant.
these niggas,
Yeah.
all them niggas, they weren't doing what these niggas is doing. So I don't want to say that this era is completely over, because they're literally still in here, and they're still the faces of the league.
Yeah. They're the guys that sell out.
And then they were trying to point that I hate on the old school because I say these type of things. I'm like, it's not that I hate, it's just, I'm just coming up with facts that these niggas now, these like Steph, what Steph, LeBron, and KD are doing is not normal, bro. It's not normal.
When they like to, they talk about, these guys are this, and they got rid of these guys. Like you mentioned, Steph, you know what I mean? First game 1, hamstring, out for the rest of the joint. Cool, you know what I mean? When you look at LeBron James, do it look like that man is over with? Yeah, they got beat by Minnesota. Minnesota was the better team. I never thought we should have got Luka. You noticed. I spoke about this on here, and I spoke about it on Instagram. It got thousands of likes, thousands of views. Like, it was so many fucking views, my nigga. That's probably my most viewed post. You feel what I'm saying? It went 10,000 comments. It went fucking crazy before motherfucker reported my shit, and they took my shit down because of all the threats and shit. Motherfuckers that's how crazy that post was. You feel what I'm saying? So I knew what the Lakers was going to do, you know what I mean, when Anthony Davis was gone, because you lost too much defensively. You wouldn't be saying that if they did have Anthony Davis to protect the rim and do what he does. The Lakers are not getting sent home by the Minnesota Timberwolves. You know why? Because Julius Randle is not going to look like no goddamn Hall of Famer against motherfucking Anthony Davis. That's a fact. He's going to look just like he did when he went 1 of 7 for 5 points, or maybe had 15 points here or there, but he's not going to be doing what he was doing. So when they like to point that shit out, add context, my nigga. You know what I mean? Add that shit. And these guys are still carrying the league. And to how we hating on the older generation, I tell you what, show me who Steph Curry was back then. Show me Kevin Durant back there. I'm talking about somebody that's equivalent. I'm not talking about somebody, he had a J, he could shoot it. No. Show me somebody that puts pressure on your defense like Steph Curry. Because if you can show me that, then why the fuck would we be going so crazy over Steph Curry, who's 6'3", 100 and what, almost 200 maybe? Or let's talk about 2015. We can go all the way back 10 years ago when the baby face assassin hit the scene, and it was like, oh my fucking God. What the fuck? So who was that back then? Who was Kevin Durant back then? Who was LeBron James back then? Who was it? Can you show me? And then let me know what did they do it past year, 14, 15, did they 19, 20, did they do that? Did they do that? No, they didn't. Niggas that played 20 plus and all of that shit, and Steph is going to play 20 years because you look at a guy like LeBron James, dog, I think he set the standard. You can play till you're 40, take care of your body, blah, 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 blah. He's going to do that. That's probably a mission for Steph Curry to play till he's at least 40. Unless some crazy injury, catastrophic happens, that'll probably keep him from doing it. But if not, he going to play till he's 40, dog. He going to try to get 20 years out this bitch. And so is Kevin Durant or more. The standard is set. And those are the guys that still running the league. They sell out every fucking night. You spending your hard-earned work dollars to go see them. My nigga, are you spending your hard-earned work dollars to go see them niggas in Shaq in year 15? I don't want to hear nothing about Shaq after Miami. That shit was over with. Let's keep it 100, bro. He came in 92. After Miami, that shit was a fucking rap, bro. It was a rap, my nigga. That's 13 years. And he had it. Listen. He had a period where he was the most dominant. And we look at that 3-year window from 2000 to 2002. Nobody, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, they lost to the Pistons in 04 type shit, right? So he had a window where he was dominant. Okay? He had a window. Motherfucker, it wasn't 15 years. Do I got to bring up Phoenix? Do I got to bring up Boston? Do I got to bring up Cleveland? Do I got to do that? Do I got to bring up Jordan with the motherfucking Wizards? Do I got to bring up Kobe Bryant later on in his career? Because before LeBron James got to LA, they missed the playoffs 5 or 6 fucking years. Imagine Los Angeles, California, not going to the fucking playoffs for 5 or 6 years, not getting the finals appearance, all of them years. Yeah. So who the fuck was these niggas back then? It's not hating. They were not this good. It's nostalgia, bro. And it's the worst pill to have. It's the worst pill to have. The talent level was not there. The longevity was how are you shitting on somebody for having longevity? How? Plenty of niggas played 15 years, right? But were they still at the same level? No, they were not.
But that's the thing. Why? So you have to be in the NBA Finals in order to be like, oh, this is so. Donovan them saying, because they're not in the finals that it's a new league or no? Them niggas can win. Shane can win the league. He ain't the face of the league.
You know what it is, Jordan? You know what it is, Jordan? They tired of seeing these niggas. They tired of it.
Yeah.
All right. But
it's because you know why though? Big Mike. Let me tell you something. Because Michael Jordan, I'm gonna say it, nigga. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Because Michael Jordan came, played until he was a certain age, and left. You know what I'm saying? Did what he had to do and got out the league and let the young. Now they think that everyone has to do it the way that he did it. Bro, that's not the only way to do things, man. If you are still passionate about basketball and you can still play at a high level, Michael Jordan couldn't play at that type of level.
No.
He came back at 40, he had 20 points a game, whatever you want to say, and his teams were trash. Whatchamacallit, the Golden State Warriors was a team where niggas was like, oh shoot, they might be able to win the championship this year.
Yeah.
The Lakers were in third in the West. What the fuck are we talking about?
Yeah.
They're still out there competing at a very high level, still one of the best teams in the entire league.
Yeah.
Like, so how is it that you can say that niggas is just it's not there? They're still not there, bro. These niggas is playing at an all NBA level, still an all NBA level.
I'm gonna say
the faces of the league.
Yeah, they are all NBA players. They are that on it. They're on it. It's not on that level. No, you're that. You were picked.
So
NBA player.
So why I say is, you know what it is? It's because back then them niggas didn't do it, and they're gonna say it's not that they didn't do it, they couldn't do it, they just didn't want to do it. No. That's not how it works, my nigga. Niggas can't do it. They couldn't do it at 38, 39, 37 because it was done for them niggas.
Yes.
Couldn't do it anymore.
I don't give a fuck where it. Listen, if you a competitor, dog, and you like to compete and play basketball, why you think they got 40 and over basketball leagues? Because niggas at 40 and up can still hoop. And if you still can go out there, I don't give a fuck if it's at the park, at the gym, all of that shit. You know, you got niggas at the park. They've been at that park for 35 years. They 55 years old. Guess what? They still run up and down the court and shit. Not all of them, but you got some that still got them they kind of got them young old bones. You know what I mean? They can still get up and down the court with the young niggas and shit. You know what I mean? That's because they can still do it. The ones that come on the sideline and don't play, you know what I mean? They can't. They can't. It's okay, my nigga. People get better. It's better. It's what it is, man. Like I said, if Donovan want to come on here, they think it's disrespectful when we say this shit. So what am I supposed to say? Nah, they ain't. But Steph and them ain't on their level, man. That's what they want to hear. That's what they want to hear. They want us to big up their era as if it's just the best. You know what I mean? While just ignore the shit that we seeing with our own eyes.
And then two next things, because I hate when niggas talk about, oh, Bron doesn't want to win. He's just out there getting like, how is it that you know what's inside the mind of LeBron James out there? You become some psychic person that knows that people want to win. Let me tell you something. If LeBron is playing, if he's still playing, keeping his body in shape, dedicating his life to the basketball, why the fuck would he not want to win? He's just out there. I'm just gonna be out there playing for no reason.
Right.
It doesn't make sense.
If he didn't want to win, do you see that fucking defense that old ass nigga was playing throughout the year? I'm not talking about throughout the year. If he didn't give a fuck, who would be doing that? So I'm going to take my time away from my wife and my kid. I've been playing basketball 22 years. Okay? I'm going to be taking my time away from my wife and my kids, still doing the same routine. The same routine. Ice in the knees afterwards, getting treatment, working out, training, and everything else. But I don't want to play no more. Like that's they just try to find avenues, bro, to shit on niggas.
But then the worst thing though, this is the last thing, because this probably you're probably gonna put this post up on there because this is a topic. Explain to me when Muhammad Ali was the greatest boxer of all time, and he told himself, I'm the greatest.
Yeah.
No one had a problem with that.
Nobody did.
When LeBron James says he's the greatest of all time, why is it that it's a problem when he says that?
Yeah. Because it's LeBron.
Steph Curry says he thinks he's the greatest point guard.
Mm-hmm.
Remember the interview with Gilbert Arenas?
Yeah.
When is it a problem to be confident, right? And be like, I am the greatest with these guys, but it's a problem. It's not a problem when Muhammad Ali did it because, I don't know, it's a one-man sport, or it's because he was maybe an activist, or because he was like, what is it? Why is it that it's okay for him to do it or somebody else to say it, but because Michael Jordan and them don't say it, niggas can't say it?
Michael Jordan. No. Michael Jordan did an interview, and they asked him, "Does he think when he's done playing, will he be the greatest basketball player of all time?" And he said, "Yes, I would like to think so. Yes." So he has said it. He has said it. They were also crowning Michael Jordan in 1989 and 90, bro. He's on the fucking front cover of magazine. They call him this is the best basketball player that ever was. They was calling him that, dog, before he had a championship. I said this to Mel, to Donovan, all of this shit. They was crowning Michael Jordan before he had a fucking NBA world title, Jordan. Kareem had 6. Magic had 5. Bill Russell had 11. He had 0. So you ain't even using the same, you know what I mean, ruler or measuring stick, whatever you want to call it, my nigga, that you using on everybody else. How is he the greatest and he ain't have shit? Nothing, but he's the greatest. That's going off who they love and who they like, dog. That's what they're doing. And all these motherfuckers on TV, they older, you know what I mean? They grew up on the shit as well. You know what I mean? So they're going off who they love and who they like, my nigga. That's all they doing. Period. That's it. And they don't want those guys, because they were here first. Oh, they did it. They don't want the pioneers, you know what I mean, to be overlooked. Well, my nigga, I got news for you. With that being said, you telling me the NBA didn't get better? That's what you telling me. That's what you
Yeah,
look
but
at.
well,
Look
well,
at the
basically
last.
they gonna talk about how the game is played now, and it's easier for niggas to play and all the
Man, listen,
medicine and all this. If that's the case, all that medicine, not everyone's doing it. You
medicine.
have they talk about all this medicine, but not everyone's playing 17 years
Listen,
still at the top level. That's
medicine, medicine or not, those teams are going out here getting fucking ran by an OKC team who can light that shit up from 3-point land. You feel what I'm saying? Do you think they about to go out here and beat a Warrior with all that shooting? They about to beat that team? They don't shoot like that. They don't have the ability to shoot like. We're going to have this conversation the other day, too, because basketball season about to be over. We're going to bring this shit up again. We need to get Donovan and Mel and some niggas on here, man. We need to just clear this shit on up, man. Just clear it up. We don't even got to talk LeBron. I'm so sick of LeBron Jordan. I'm so sick of this shit. I know what they're doing. I know they're going up who they love, who they like. LeBron's the most hated athlete of all time. He's never going to get the love and credit he deserves. Ever.
No, I agree.
Ever. So, I
agree.
Yeah, so, I don't even want to talk about that. We can talk eras. We can talk all that shit. We need to bring that shit and clear the fucking air on this bitch. For sure, nigga. So, we'll get it under control. We'll knock it out. But until then, man, viewers that popped in and still stuck around, man, appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all hit that like and subscribe button so y'all can be up to date with all things under the lights. Fever's 0-2 without Caitlin Clark. Maybe they was 2-2. 2-4 now. 0-2.
Struggling.
Yeah. So we know.
We gotta talk about that in a few days too.
For sure, man. So yeah, man. Make sure y'all hit that like, subscribe button, man. Keep rocking with us, man. Tell a friend to tell a friend. You know what I mean? We're gonna get up out of here, man. That's our show for the day, and we gone.